What is going on, everybody? Hey, Zach here. We are at the Bullet Crossfire 2200 BH right now. And what I have out here is the Easy Hitch. This is anti-sway weight distribution hitch that comes with the 2200 BH. This also comes on our Grand Design 2800 BH. And what this does, it helps distribute the weight a little bit so it's not so heavy depending on the tow vehicle that you have. Now, before you rent, we'll go through a lot of this and whether or not you need it or not. But I will let you know it is a 2 5/16 ball. I mean, I'm running with a dually 1 ton, not necessary. But a half ton, you might want it to kind of not have so much weight on the bumper, especially if you're in a V6. So the Easy Hitch is going to be inside the basement compartment here. Once I give you the keys, you can get in there and grab it. Now this is going to go in a 2-inch receiver, and it gives you the 2 5/16 ball with the counterweight. Now there's a collar on here. If you happen to be in a 3/4 ton pickup, or your receiver's 2.5 inches, there's a collar on there that goes 2.5 inches to 2 inches, so it'll fit a standard half ton or an SUV like a Suburban or something like that. So you're going to put that in there, you're going to stick this pin in, and then you're going to lock it on with that pin right there. All right, then you've got the distribution bars here, and you've got little locking pins. Those are the locking pins. And those are the weight distribution bars there. On the trailer, you've got this on each side of the trailer. And you'll notice the square pin in the bottom. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to stick this receiver inside your hitch there. Okay, stick this hitch inside your receiver. All right, I'm going to throw these gloves on. And then if I tilt this thing up underneath here, I'm going to tilt it over, and you're going to see 2 round holes. Okay? These poles are going to go in those round holes, and I'm going to show you how it goes in. And you'll hear it snap when it goes in. See, that locking pin locks it in, and then it won't come out until you pull this pin, and then you can drop it out. Okay? So what you're going to do once that is on the vehicle and your weight hitch distribution bars are up inside there, okay, you're going to take on each side. I'm going to demonstrate with this one because it's going to be, you know, about in this world, and it's going to be hanging down. Okay, you're going to lift it and you're going to set it right there. Okay, now when you lift it and set it right there, you're going to notice, okay, what you're going to do, I'm going to take one of these pins, pull that out, it's going to go in just like that, and you're going to put your pin in underneath here, boom, and that will lock it into place. You're going to do that to each side. Put that back in, there's the pin. Now, one thing that you do have, should you need it, is this pole right here. Okay? Once you put your bars into there and you get one on, you want to leave the jack down. And you can use the jack to kind of release weight and put more weight on, take weight off to be able to put these bars in there. But if you need to, I'm going to go around to this other side since that one's right there and show you. You can scoop up the bar and put this hook into the square spot, and that will allow you to tilt it and push the bar up to it into the position to where you can put the pin on. Okay. It's really simple, not too difficult. And then when you want to unhook it, make sure your jack's hooked up, you're powered up, and you can raise and lower the trailer to release the pressure off of your weight distribution bars. And then you can pull the pins out, slide them off, and then to take them out of here, okay, I'm going to lay it this way. Okay, you see how it's not coming out, but if I pull this pin, it comes right out. And you can see when you stick it up in that hole, that's what locks into that pin. And then it uses gravity. Okay, so here it's in. Saw that come out. Boom. Not super difficult, but a little bit time consuming. And again, like I said, depending on your tow vehicle is going to be whether or not you're going to be required to use this. It's not required for all vehicles, but it will be required for some depending on your towing capacity. All right, hope this is helpful. If you got any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments or shoot me a text. You got my number, and we'll get you on the road.